this Kansas City. Shit's ran gritty. In the summertime, the chicks be damn pretty. Born in the projects, then to the Ville.
You guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Bossy. And today, yes, I got some different hair. And if you're wondering, it is a video up on this already. And I know you're going to ask about this lippy. And excuse my background. I was doing two different things, so I'm in the middle. Sorry if that's bugging you. But this is ColourPop's Kapow on my lips. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And the kids are on winter break. So you gonna hear my kids probably because, you know, I ain't making them go to sleep early because it's their winter break. So, you guys, this is gonna be another Ask Bossy. This is going to be the third series, well, not series, well, this is the third episode of Ask Bossy. Again, you guys do not have to take my advice. This is just the advice I'm gonna give. I'm not always the best at giving advice. You know, if you don't like the advice I give, you do not have to take it. I'm just telling y'all point blank. Also, you guys, I'm trying to get through as many of your emails as I can. I have been getting tons and tons and tons. So again, please bear with me if I have not gotten to you yet, but I promise I am going to get to you. Also, a lot of you guys have been asking when I was going to get a P.O. box, and I have finally gotten a P.O. box. So thank the Lord. So it will all be down in the description box. Finally, the girl got it together and got what the subbies wanted. So, yeah, I got that. Plus for business purposes as well. So you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this. So a lot of you guys wanted to know more information about the 15-year-old girl that was pregnant with baby number 3. So of course she did watch my video. She did take my feedback, but she did give me more information. So if you're watching, thank you, sweetheart, for sending me more information, because I was a little confused. My subscribers was confused. People just wanted to know what was really going on. So this is the second part. This is going to be the first one, but this is the second part of the 15-year-old that was pregnant with baby number 3. So she says to me, "Hi, Bossy. I sent you the email about being 15 and pregnant with my 3rd baby. I just seen your video and wanted to give you more information. My son was born," and this is her first son. "My son was born June 3rd, 2015. At that time, I was living with my parents and decided I wanted to leave, so I did. Once I left, I quickly got into the streets because of my boyfriend at the time. One of his boys raped me, and I soon realized I was pregnant." And I'm assuming you got pregnant by the rape. She says, "By this time, I had gotten threats by family to get CPS called on me if I didn't come home. And eventually everything caught up to me, and they were contacted and informed I was pregnant." So I'm guessing CPS was contacted. They finally did call CPS, and then your family told CPS you was pregnant again. I'm just trying to get this, but I'm glad you sent more information. Okay, it says, "As soon as I delivered my second daughter in April of 2016, she was taken away into CPS custody." And if y'all don't know what CPS is, for some of y'all that don't know, it's Child Protective Services. "So I never had time with her. I really wanted to get better and do better. So I was hoping that a new baby was a fresh start." Okay. "But being taken from me sent me into a bad depression, and I was very vulnerable. My new boyfriend knew the struggles and the background, so he was there, my new boyfriend knew the struggles and the background, so he was there, which was nice. In July," okay, so she had her second baby in April. Now this is July. "In July, I found out I was pregnant with a baby girl." Wait a minute. So April, you had a baby. April, May. Damn. So April, you had a baby. In July, you found out you was pregnant with a baby girl. So you got pregnant right back to back. if you already found out you was having a girl. Because April, you had the baby. Then you got May, June, July. So, okay. Yeah. Okay. In July, I found out I was pregnant with a baby girl, and I was very excited. But then, PASS hit me, and I instantly became nervous. Okay, I guess then your PASS hit you. Okay. I was confused on what to do. Being 7 months pregnant, I have decided to keep my baby girl and prove that I have changed and grown up. Now I am hoping to finish high school and go to nursing school. I need help with something. My boyfriend is 17 and a senior in high school, but isn't excited for our baby girl Aaliyah like before. I'm afraid he's going to leave when things get tough. What do I do or say to figure things out? Okay. Sweetie, I'm glad you sent me the more information, but I have to be honest. Oh, also, you guys, I didn't read far down enough. She also says, by the way, my son was 2 months early due to preeclampsia. So that's her first baby, she's saying. So she had a baby last year, but he was 2 months early because she had preeclampsia, which is a scary condition that some pregnant women get with like high blood pressure. And then my second baby was 4.5 weeks early due to complications. So the second baby came almost a month early. After your second baby, you should have gotten on birth control. I'm sorry your baby got taken from you, you know, in the hospital by CPS. That's upsetting, but why did you feel like you needed to leave your family in the first place when you got pregnant the first time? Like, were they not supportive of you having a baby? Did they want to have you get a abortion? Why did you do this? I mean, yeah, you gave me more information, but it seems like you just still doing too much. Like, it seems like you honestly are looking for love in the wrong places. Like I said before, the first time you really should not have been having sex. I know kids are having sex younger and younger these days, but you really shouldn't. The second time was unfortunate. You were raped, like I said, and your baby was taken from you. But you turned around and got pregnant right again that fast. If you are really trying to do right by this baby and not have your baby taken like the previous two, you need to leave this boy alone and don't worry about him. Go back home with your parents. If they were willing to help you, did they tell you to get out? Because how it seems is that what you said was you decided that you wanted to leave. Did they want you to leave, or was it your choice? Because if you're feeling like he's not ready for this responsibility, which honestly you shouldn't have to have this responsibility at 15 years old either. Being pregnant with your third child, that's really, really insane to me personally. But don't worry about him. Like, if you thought, you know, he was gonna be there and then now all of a sudden he's getting cold feet, you need to focus on you finishing school and talking to your parents to see what they will help you with. Go back home. You're only 15. At 15, I was not thinking about no baby, leaving my parents' house. Yeah, we got into arguments. You're a teenager, but still, those are your parents. Go to them. If he's not willing to help you take care of this baby, then you need to do what you have to do on your own without him. You was willing to lay down and get pregnant again. You need to be able to take care of this baby by yourself if he's not gonna do it. If he's not gonna do it, go back home if your parents are willing to have you come back home. You are still a baby yourself in my eyes. Go back home and do not get pregnant again after you have this baby. Your parents, I know they've talked to you. I hope they've talked to you. But go back home. Get help from your parents. Focus on school, and if you're keeping your baby, which it sounds like you are, focus on school, focus on your baby, focus on yourself. Don't worry about these little nappy-headed boys, and he might not be nappy-headed. Don't worry about these little boys out here. Focus on you and your child now that you seem like you're going to have with you at all times. God forbid this baby does not get taken away from you. due to anyone calling CPS on you again, which I'm not really sure why they did. I don't know, was it because of your age? I really can't, you know, that's the only advice I can honestly give you. Let's get to this next one. This one says, hey Bossy, first off, I wanted to start by saying I love you. Oh, thanks, love. I appreciate that. Love you back, girl. Well, I think you're a girl. Yes, you're a girl by your name here. I've never written anyone for advice before, but I trust yours. Okay. So here we go. So here we go. I've been on and off dating this dude since we were 16. We're 26 now with 2 beautiful boys. The relationship has been rocky. When I say rocky, I mean fist fights, cheating. I've even sent his ass to jail for putting his hands on me. Oh, okay, see, nah, he's tripping for real. But we've always found ourselves back together. Nah. Once he put his hands on you, that was going too far for me. But let me finish this. However, the stability part of our relationship was never there. We've lost every apartment we've ever had, 3. And we always, resort back to his parents' house. The last apartment we got, things were going smoothly, and he suddenly decided to quit his job, leaving all the financial burdens on me. Eventually, we lost that apartment and moved back to his parents' house for a 3rd time, and now I'm sick of it. Hell, I'd be sick of it too. I'm so sick of it that I broke up with him. Okay, good for you. I'm gonna get to the advice, but good for you. The only thing is, I still live with him and his parents. He's sorry. When I say sorry, I mean he doesn't financially or physically help take care of our boys. I'm looking for a way out of this situation because I feel stuck. I have nowhere to go. I'm trying to not put him on child support because I know he doesn't have money like that. Your advice will be really appreciated because I'm lost in the sauce. What do I do? Help me, Bossy. Girl, he doesn't sound any good at all. I'm sorry. And again, this is my opinion. I want to ask, because it sounds like it's a very uncomfortable situation. I personally could not stay in a home after I've broke it off completely with what you say is he seems like not to be any good. I mean, he's sorry from what you say, and you're still living with him and his parents. That would have to be an awkward situation. Where's your family? Do you have any family here? Do you have any friends? Like, stay with them and just until you can get on your feet. Like, are you not working? Because you and your kids don't need to be around that. Yes, you want your kids to see their father, and that's not a bad thing. But at the same time, if he's acting like he could care less about taking care of them, then you need to move along, get up out of that house, because that's just holding you back. And who's not to say that he's gonna be trying to dibble and dab with you there? You could fall into the trap. Honestly, you might still be staying there because you might want to hold on to something thinking he possibly can change. I mean, some men can, but it's sounding like you've been dealing with this for such a long time that it's time for you to move on. Get out of his parents' home. Find somebody in your family. Do you have any friends or what's going on? Even if you don't have a family support system or friends, you need to right now, hopefully, do you have a job right now? If you do, stack your money while you are staying there. His sorry butt needs to be paying his parents to stay there. You shouldn't have to. That's his family's house. He's your boyfriend. He's supposed to be taking care of you and those kids, but you're gonna have to stack your money and get out. Find you a cheap apartment until you can move on up and upgrade, because you don't need to be around that dysfunction. If he's obviously not trying to help you take care of your boys, then you need to go. And if his parents aren't saying anything and allowing him to stay in that house, shame on them too. Like, y'all lost 3 apartments due to him quitting a job, but in the same time, did you work during this time, or what was going on, or was the bills just too much where you both needed to work? Because sometimes you got to do what you got to do, girl. But this, yeah, you really need to get out of that situation. Don't be lost in the sauce no more. This next one says, hey Bossy, I love your story times. I'm a loyal subby, but I think I suffer from depression. For most of my life, up until 7th grade year, I was bullied and had no friends and was teased. So you can imagine I had no confidence in myself. In September of last year, I met a guy whom I started talking to. He was very, very sweet and made me feel beautiful as time progressed. Say March of this year, I received a DM from a girl with a screenshot attached. This chick is insane, basically saying I'm crazy and he wants me to leave. What? Okay. Basically saying that I'm crazy and he wants me to leave. We stopped talking and it broke my heart. Needless to say, I went through a lot of heartbreak. And 3 more girls took my spot in his life, making me lose the bit of confidence I had. We stopped talking mid-June. August, I met someone else. Well, I began talking to him. I already knew him, but we talked. I told him everything I'd been through. And well, after 3 months, he did the same thing the other guy did. Oh, Jesus. How can I gain confidence in myself? Oh, that's sad. I'm sorry you going through that. Depression is real and it's different stages, and you might need to get some real professional help with that depression part. I really can't diagnose, or I really can't tell you what to do with your depression aspect. I'm sure that's what's affecting your confidence level as well. Depression is nothing to play with. That is so serious. I don't know. I mean, obviously these guys are picking up something on you where they feel like, oh, I can use her, then throw her to the side and go on to the next chick. And honestly, you don't deserve that. These guys are probably no good from the jump anyway, and you just, because you want to love so bad and you feel like you need that, you know, male attention or that companionship, you might be settling, it sounds like, and you don't need to. But before you try to step into another relationship, you honestly need to take time for yourself, focus on you, speak to a professional, and deal with your depression. That's number 1. Like I say all the time, men ain't going nowhere. Miss one, next 15 minutes, another one's coming, okay? Focus on your health. I'm not sure what else to tell you. I'm sorry I couldn't give more help. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help to you, but that's what I really think where it starts, is getting yourself in order. Because you had so much going on in your childhood and it's moved on to you in adulthood. I'm not sure, are you an adult yet or are you still a teenager? You said they started in 7th grade. So the teasing and bullying affected your confidence. Look, I've never been a small girl. I've always been a little chubby, you know. And, you know, everybody gets teased. Kids are cruel to the 10th power. But, I mean, I guess my parents just talked to me and I didn't let it affect me. Like, my mama told me I was beautiful all the time. I don't know, did you not get that growing up? I'm sure, you know, everybody's childhood is different, but you need to really, really get some help if you're suffering from depression. If you don't want to go that far, do something that makes you happy. Don't worry about these men right now. Get up in the morning, wear something that makes you feel so sexy, that makes you feel like when you walk in a room can't nobody tell you something. Hold your head up high. Even if it's hard for you to do that in the beginning, the more you do something, it becomes habit. Keep doing it, and hopefully your depression is not that severe that you can push through and finally start building your confidence. Get your hair done here and there. You can't get it done, girl, buy you a wig. Take yourself, get your nails done, get them painted if you don't do fake ones like I do. Pamper yourself. Focus on making yourself happy first. Hey, next one says, hey Bossy, how are you? I'm fine, girl. I love your videos. When I was 17, I met this guy at the gym and he told me he was 27. Okay. However, I looked him up online and he's actually 42. Girl, you must have knew something, because why else would you look him up? You must have, I know he looks 42. Well, maybe not. At first, I didn't pay him any attention, but now I like him. And you 17, girl. Well, hold on, let me keep reading. As time went by, 2 years, I've grown to love him. Age ain't nothing but a number. Except, hold on. He would pick me up at school and call and text me. I think I've fallen in love with him. But during the summer of my freshman year of college, he said he was looking for something more mature. I'm guessing it was because I didn't give him sex, but he said that wasn't the case. I can't stop thinking and dreaming about him. Should I let him go, considering the fact that basically what he did that's basically what he did to me, or fight for him? By the way, I'm 19. Okay, first off, I don't see personally, this is me, because last time I said something about a 19-year-old and older man, they got mad. I personally don't see what anybody wants to do. Being 19, I don't know if I could be attracted to a 42-year-old. He could be your daddy. But that man had no business trying to talk to you when you was 17 years old and he was 42. Hell no, he still ain't got no business talking to you even though you 19 right now. Now you done caught feelings, you in love with this man, and now he done told you, which a lot of times this does happen, and it's rare that these such older men are gonna continue to deal with young girls. It was bound to happen, him telling you he wants someone that's more mature in his age. Honestly, what do y'all have in common? He's been there, done that. You're just now about to start experiencing life. You're 19, what, now he's 44? Like I said, he could technically be your father, honestly. Some people don't have a problem with that big age difference. It's not a factor for some. Hell, I don't know if I ever would be in that situation, how I would be. But I mean, you have to you have to move on. I mean, a lot of times it's not gonna work with such a big age gap. I'm glad you haven't had sex with him. From what it says, you haven't had sex with him, good, but still he's attracted to a child, unless I don't know what you looking like, because 17, yes, you're a teenager, but you still a child in my eyes. My kid ain't about to be dealing with no grown-ass man like that. So he has some issues going on with him. So he finally probably got his stuff together and realized this ain't right. I need to find someone more my speed. Love, you need to find someone more your speed, your age. You in college. It's a bunch of fine college boys, I'm sure, where you going. And if it ain't, you still got plenty of time to find somebody else. Like, leave that older man alone. He's clearly told you where he stands. He's decided he wants to be with someone older and more mature, because y'all probably don't have a lot in common. Honestly, to be honest, he's 44, you 19. Y'all don't have nothing in common. Maybe a few jokes here and there, but that's it. And he probably does feel a certain way knowing he can't have sex with you. I mean, he can now because, I mean, you are an adult at this age now, but that would probably still, I just couldn't even picture that. Me personally, that stuff kind of wears me out. But you need to focus on finishing college. Have fun with the boys your age up at the school. Go to the parties. Enjoy your life. This man is probably trying to, you know, get married. Hell, he might even got grandkids out here in these streets somewhere. 42, my mama had her first grandkid at 40-something. Yeah, he might have grandkids up in here. So you need to really focus on your education and just having fun and being a 19-year-old, and forget about that 44-year-old man, because obviously he's moved on from you. I know it sounds harsh, but honey, you have to get past that and let this guy go. Like, y'all be having a lot of men issues. I did too though, so hey. Next one. All right, next one says, hey Bossy, I love your story times. You're the only YouTuber that I watch faithfully. Oh, thank you. I was wondering if you could give younger girls advice about guys and about dating. I'm 19 and I've never been in a relationship, had a first kiss, and I'm still a virgin. I know I shouldn't be worried about not having been in a relationship yet, but sometimes I get sad. But I also try to tell myself that I will find a guy one day. I watched all your story times about Bob, so I know you have great advice. Thanks, Bossy. You 19 years old. Yeah, it ain't no rush, like you said, to be in a relationship. Do you feel you need to be in one? I mean, you still have time, girl. You are young, probably beautiful, you know, full of life. Don't worry about being in a relationship right now. When it's time, you will know. When you find that one, you will know. You don't need to be trying to do this. You don't want no problems early on in life. You don't want to mess with the wrong one, end up getting knocked up, and then you have a bob on your hands. You don't want to go through it. And then you may be like I was, stupid in the head, dealing with the stuff, because I don't know what was wrong with me, honestly. I don't know. But you don't want to go that route. You have plenty time to be in a relationship. Okay, this next one says, I am 20 years old and I just found out I'm pregnant with my second child. Following my delivery, I was put on Depo. Now I'm exactly 5 weeks pregnant. I'm dreading telling my family due to the fact that I just had a baby girl. I need advice on how to tell them without being disappointing them. Please help. Girl, I've been there. Got pregnant when I was 18. Had my first when I was 19. Had my second when got pregnant with my second when I was 20. Had her when I was 21, and had my third baby at 22. I ain't gonna lie, when I had my 2 pregnancies back to back, meaning I got pregnant a month after I had my second child, I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. I was really worried about disappointing my dad. That was the main person. And I knew he was gonna make me have all them kids. He wasn't playing them games. Just tell him now. I mean, don't wait. You 5 weeks pregnant. Yeah, tell him right now. I mean, the worst they can say is, what's the worst they can say? I mean, they might be a little like, oh my God, sad, but you grown at the end of the day. It might not have been in their plans to see you being 20, pregnant with 2 kids. I'm sure it wasn't in, you know, I'm sure my family felt the same way. Me being 22, having 3 kids, but stuff does happen. Hopefully they're there for you. They'll support you. You know, you're grown up now. You've made these choices. So you just have to do what's best for you. Take care of your babies. And you honestly always can't worry about what other people think. You can't please everybody. And yes, it's your family and you don't want to see them hurt by stuff that you've chose to do or decisions you've made. But at the end of the day, family should be there for you through thick and thin. And just go ahead and tell them. This next one says, hey Bossy, I watched the story time with your daughter's hair problem she was having, but did you use anything to get her hair to grow back? Because I had this bald spot on the back of my head for 7 months and can't seem to get it to grow back in, and it's really killing me. Oh, that sucks. Bald spots ain't no joke. But I mean, my daughter put Nair in her hair and I was terrified that it wasn't gonna grow back. But I mean, it did. The only thing I did was massage her scalp with the Jamaican black castor oil. You know, make sure I conditioned her hair. I tried to give more attention to those areas that she affected. Your issue could be due to stress. Sometimes, I mean, it could be early alopecia. Sometimes people don't get it all over their head. It could just be in, you know, certain areas. And sometimes no matter what you do, the hair just does not grow back. And that's unfortunate. But I mean, yeah, you just have to try to conceal it as much as you can if you're able to. You said it's in the back of your head and it's only 7 months. Is it not growing at all? If you're seeing little sprouts of hair, then it's gonna grow back. It may take its time, but it is gonna grow back. But if it's just a clean, slick bald spot and you don't see any hair follicles whatsoever, which is the little you know, holes in your scalp and, you know, like looks like hair will come up out of it, then you may have a little bit of alopecia in your head and it may not grow back, unfortunately. Okay, this next one says, hi Bossy, I love your channel. I watch you all the time. I need some advice on handling a situation. Recently, I left my kid's dad. We have 4 kids together, that is 4 and under. He was abusive and controlling. I put a restraining order out on him. He is not paying child support. The kid's birthday came around. He has not tried to contact me or tell the kids happy birthday. This is not the first restraining order I have had on him. We were still messing off and on, got back together during the first restraining order. The restraining order will be up in March 2017. I said that I was not gonna ever have anything to do with him. He could have tried to get visitation rights to see the kids, but he didn't. They don't ask about him. And like I said, he don't pay child support. And that's another thing. He trying to hurt me through the kids to get back at me for putting him on child support. Okay. Y'all need to start doing commas and periods because I'm confused. And okay. And like I said, he don't pay child support. And that's another thing. He's trying to hurt me through the kids to get back at me for putting him on child support. So now he's on child support. Okay. I have never tried to keep him away from the kids. It's like this with him when we on good terms. He wants to be daddy of the year and a family man. But when we feuding, it's like he basically say, fuck them. I'm 31 and he's 32. I just said if my kids want anything to do with him, I will just let them find him when they get grown because I'm struggling trying to take care of the kids. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, paying rent and other bills and child care. The kids are 4, 4, 3, 2. What do you think I should do? I think you should leave that dude alone. Do what you've been doing right now. Focus on you and them kids. You said he's on child support. And then at first you said he wasn't. I was kind of confused. And you're 31. Yeah, you're going to have to, you know, pay the bills, take care of the kids, do the daycare thing. And I know you hate living check to check and you want assistance and help from him. But some men just don't want to do it. And unfortunately, you have to go through other methods in order to get the money to help when you have children, especially when you have more than one child. It can be very difficult as being a single parent. You should keep doing what you're doing. Just take care of your kids. If he's not willing to step up and do what he's supposed to do as a father, then don't worry about it. Like you said, when they grow up, let them find out on their own how their father is. Hopefully he will change for the better. If not, let them, you know, see for their own eyes, you know, what he's doing and how he is. But you just need to focus on them. I'm 19 years old in high school in my senior year. I graduated in May. I was talking to this guy and we became intimate and I got pregnant. He asked as if I did it alone, and when I told him, he basically responded, what I'm going to do. And I'm like, what I'm going to do? No, what we're going to do. I didn't make the baby alone and I'm not aborting. I've already told my mother, I don't know what should I do? Should I keep it or give it up once I have it? What do you think, honestly? Also, how were you when you were having your first child and supposed to go off to college after graduation? I don't know what to do. What did you do to get through it? And how did you raise your child and go about schooling and getting a career to be the best providing mother you could be, because you are truly an amazing mother? Well, thank you. First off, it's your choice whether you're going to keep your baby or not. You already said you're not having an abortion, which is good. So are you thinking about giving your baby up for adoption? That's your choice. No one can tell you what to do with your child. So that's a decision you have to make on your own. I'm not going to tell you to give your baby up or to keep your baby. That's something that you have to deal with yourself and truly feel like you can handle it. Even if you can't, it's too late now. The baby is coming. with me, yes, I did get knocked up young, and I was supposed to go off to school. What my father wanted for me, I did not want. He wanted me to have my baby and go off to school, because I wouldn't have been in the same state. Go off to school, and I would have been far away. Berkeley University is far away from Kansas City, Missouri. So he wanted me to go to school, come visit on breaks, or summer break or spring break and all that, to see my child. And I was dealing with Bob. So I was thinking, number one, I was thinking I'm not leaving my baby. I don't want my baby to think I'm a cousin or a sister, or, you know, I want my baby to know that I'm her mother. And then, you know, I was so worried about Bob too. I'm like, I don't want to leave him. I love him. No, you're pregnant now. You need to focus on taking care of your baby. You can still go to school. Don't do what I did. Now, one thing I do regret not doing is going to a school in my actual state. Even a community college. You know, eventually I ended up going to Harris School, but you know, I could have done that where I could still be with my baby. So you can do community college. If it's like big colleges in whatever state you're in, you could still do that, just can't stay on campus. You just have to come home and make sure you take care of your mommy duties. If you have help, I mean, it's a lot harder when you have a child, but it still can be done. If you have help, you can still go to school. But if you don't mind leaving your child with your parents and coming back to visit, still go do schooling. Don't let that stop you. A child shouldn't stop you. It might make stuff a little harder, but it shouldn't stop you altogether. Yeah, you did something that you probably regret and you wound up pregnant, but you know, now you're about to have a baby. He wants you to have an abortion. You know, obviously it sounds like he's not going to help you, which you kind of got to prepare yourself for. And you know, I hope you have a good support system. This next one says, Dear Miss Bossy, I'm 15 and I love your videos. I wanted to know what you think about my situation. My father and I have never had a good relationship. He used to abuse my mother and I when I was younger, before she divorced him. About a year ago, he posted this long paragraph on Facebook, and basically in the paragraph, he was disrespecting my moms. I felt some type of way, so I responded asking him not to talk about my mother like that. He got upset and threatened to kill me and stuff, and at that time I was slightly involved with the gangs in my neighborhood. But after him saying when he saw me he was going to kill me, for a while I carried a gun to school and got deeper into the gang, because the gang he was in were going to hurt me. We fought back and forth, shootouts and fights between his people and me and my people because of our beef. Then 2 days before he went to jail, he left me a voicemail apologizing. I didn't know what to think about it, so I just let it go. Recently he got out of jail and he states he still has some type of beef with me. My question is, should I get to him before he gets to me, or just not step into the life anymore and call the police? Girl, call the police. This is too much for me. I don't know what you should do. I'm not about that gang life. I'm not about it. I'm sorry that your father is being that way with you. This is your daddy. Like, this too hardcore for me. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, no. Don't get to him before he get to you. Get to the phone and call the police before he get to you. You are 15, girl. You do not have to be going through this. I know people say you are a product of your environment, but you can change your circumstances and your situations. Please call the police if your daddy lied about his apology and is still making threats. It's not worth your life, and it's not worth you going to jail. Hey girl, I love your videos. You can call me Melanie. I'm in a situation and I just want your opinion on it. My ex and I have two kids ages 7 and 5. Okay, my ex and I co-parent. I'm married and he has a girlfriend. My ex's girlfriend is one of those tired, late, extreme, bothered, beanbag, badly built bitches that has a problem for every solution. She has been interfering with our parenting. She has been interfering with our parenting our kids since 2013. he allows it, and I had to fully take him to court because it got too bad. They told him that she is not to be contacting me at all. Court was May of this year. Things were good till November because they broke up. They got back together, and his girlfriend is back at it. And his girlfriend is back at it with harassing me. I'm fed up. We're going back to court. She wants me out of the picture completely. Even says she tells my kids she's their mother. Oh, hell. She's extremely insecure because my ex still has feelings for me that he's made known. I'm fed up completely. I just want your opinion on this. Thanks in advance. Well, my opinion is... Well, my opinion is you need to check her real good, deck her between the eyes real good to show her who's boss and to stay in her lane. No, I don't condone violence. It's taking me back. But she should not be telling your kids to call her mama. And they not married. It's not like this they stepmama either. Like, she is out of pocket with that one. That will get somebody in their eye. She's doing wrong right now. Yeah. You need to talk to your baby's father and let him know it's hard to do. It's hard to say. But it's hard to do and it's hard to say this. But if they're living together and she's around your kids like that and she's making stuff hard for y'all and he's not willing to leave her alone, then y'all need to find a neutral place that he can be with y'all kids. But it sounds like you need to really give him some type of ultimatum. Where's his parents? His kids can't go to, y'all kids can't go to his parents' house and he go over there and spend time with them without her. You might need to tell his parents what's going on and hopefully they're on board and prevent her from coming to the house. Because if you don't want your kids around that type of negativity and they're together and he's not willing, I don't want to say don't let your kids see their daddy, because he could be an awesome father, but he's making a dumb decision staying with this messy ass grown woman. Like you said, she's insecure. She needs to look in the mirror, figure out what's wrong with her, get her mind together, and stop being so worried about if you gonna take her man back from her. Yeah, y'all need to not, you need to not have your kids around that. Honestly, you need to take them to his mother's house, his father's house, his auntie's house, somebody's house where he can spend time with his kids with no type of issues with her. Or either, it's sad to say, I don't want to say this, and I know people are going to be in the comments talking crap, which is fine, but he might not be able to see my kids. This is me. Yeah, you're going to have to keep your kids from that, or you're going to have to really check him and let him know what's up and let him know what's going to happen if he don't move her to the side. It's not saying that you want to be with him, but it's about your kids. It's about you guys working together as a team to raise these kids to be the best that they can be. And they don't need to see this dysfunctional mess and this woman putting all kind of stuff in their head, making them call her mama and all that. Nah, you need to cut that dead right there. So ain't no more extra drama to where you end up in jail, because what she doing is going to liable to get her butt beat. So you need to really talk to him and let him know where this is going to eventually lead. Or you need to find some other parenting arrangements where he can see y'all kids, because obviously it's not working. And y'all done been in the courts due to this issue. Yeah, you need to put your foot down big time and let him know what's up. All right, y'all. So that's all I'm doing for tonight. It's getting late and I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting a little tired. I was gonna do some more, but I need to make sure, because look, I have all of these to do for next time, and I'm sure I'm gonna get more after this video. But that's my advice to all you ladies out here. I don't think any of you are guys, but that's my advice to all of y'all. Just focus on y'all. Don't let these dudes bring y'all down. If you didn't like my advice, I apologize. I'm sorry, but you don't have to take it. But you asked me for it, so I gave it to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, loves.